I had never taken a dance class in my entire life, bro. And signing up for one, I started questioning who I was. Like, I think the hardest part about signing up for a dance class was convincing yourself that, nah, I'm the kind of person who could sign up for a dance class. Like, I can do this. It's been so long since I've put myself that far out of my comfort zone. You know, I've liked dancing. I go to weddings, I'm always out there dancing. But you know what wedding dancing is? All you need is confidence and creativity, okay? You just kind of move your body. That's like it. Salsa dancing, bro, there's like actual steps and rules, and it's so hard. This is actually a plot twist story too, because not only did I take my first ever dance class, aka my salsa dance class, the next day I took a hip-hop dance class, and oh boy, was I so bad at that one, bro. Literally, it was a class of 10 or 15 of us, all standing in front of a mirror with a teacher. Just the teacher was literally making up dance moves, like on the spot. I mean, she'd probably like done them before, but the combination of them, she's like, let's do this next, and then this, and then this. So the entire hour-long class, we're just adding move on top of move on top of move. And I didn't get like the first move, bro. So then when we started doing the second move, I'm like, well, I don't know how to do this, but I guess I just gotta keep going on. And it was like that the entire time. Every single dance move, I just did not get it. But we had to keep going. And it's such an interesting life experience where I just knew I was like the absolute, maybe I wasn't, no, I was probably like the worst in the class. I was just so bad, but I had no choice but to keep going and keep failing repeatedly. And there was something very valuable about that. Salsa dancing, I also, oh boy, bro, I'm gonna be like bouncing between salsa dancing and the hip hop dancing. Salsa dancing, I too am such a failure. Maybe I shouldn't have that sort of self-talk. I have not ever learned salsa dancing before, so obviously I'm going to be atrocious at it. You know, I was overcomplicating the heck out of literally just stepping to the right, back to the center, to the left, back to the center. That was all of the steps that it was, bro. And I was like turning my hips in there and moving around, and it was just train wreck. But eventually, I started getting stuff. I remember towards the end of the hip-hop dance class, I finally started getting like the first 4 moves, and it felt weird because they were just coming naturally, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is what it's like to learn how to dance and to actually get it. So they've both been like very valuable experiences overall, and I'm gonna keep freaking going to them. I got my hip-hop dance class tomorrow, and then we'll see if I have time to do like a country swing dancing class as well. I'm kind of all over the place. Maybe I'm just the kind of person who, if they decide to do something, they go all in. When I started learning or tried to learn Japanese last year, I did so much. I had an online course. I had a video playlist. I had a podcast. I was only listening to Japanese music. I bought a textbook. I bought a course. I had an app. And it sort of became my full-time thing. Dancing has not been my full-time thing, but I've been doing kind of a lot of it, and it's just been, well, okay, so I've been to 3 classes. Maybe I haven't been doing a lot of it, but I've had fun like signing up for both the salsa dance class and the hip hop dance class. If you've ever considered dancing, maybe if you've never considered it, and you just want to feel alive. You've been like sitting in your room all day, and you're like, is this the kind of life that I want to live? What am I doing? Bro, sign up for a freaking dance class. You will feel alive. Because, first of all, you're going to have the whole experience of, oh my gosh, I have to Google dance classes near me online. This is what I did. I just went to Google. Googled dance classes near me. You have to look at all these different websites and start questioning yourself of like, what am I doing? What would be a good dance class? Wait, there's different kinds of dancing? What dance should I sign up for? There's so many different things here. That's a ballet thing. That's only for children. Nope, not gonna sign up for that. Oh, there's like a little local thing here. Oh my gosh, wait, I've driven next to this street like so many times. I've never been inside this building. Let me just freaking sign up for a dance class. Am I really gonna do this? That's gonna, like, what if it's weird? I've never been to a dance class before. What's the culture like? It's all right. If it's like weird, I can just like leave if I need to. Boom. and then you sign up and you're locked in. Then you gotta freaking drive to the place that you've never been before. You gotta circle around the building twice because you missed the parking lot because it's like down this alleyway. You walk in through the wrong exit, so you find yourself standing at this place that you've never been, looking in through this giant glass window onto a dance studio. I was gonna say dance floor. Onto this dance studio, and you have to knock on the window because you don't know where the entrance is. And a lady comes over and unlocks it, and the first thing that happens is she welcomes you in and she gives you a hug. And I was like, what? The teacher of the dance class, the person who met me at the door, gave me a hug and just exude like cool aunt vibes. And I was like, instantly, I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of chill. I made some small talk with the people around there. There was a couple, like a middle-aged couple who was coming there to just try it out for themselves, and then 2 other girls. So we all line up in front of this massive mirror. Bro, it's like in the movies. I probably sound like such a freaking dork. The only time I'd ever seen a dance studio before was in movies. So I was staring at this wall that was one giant mirror thinking, oh my gosh, this is like the movies. This is kind of cool. I guess it probably helps to be able to see yourself while you're dancing. And the first thing that we do is stand and lean to the left, then lean to the right, then lean forward, then lean backwards. We were literally standing in place, taking steps forward, taking steps backward. The teacher was talking about balance and your axis and centering yourself, and I was like, I'm trying to make the most out of this. I'm trying to learn to become an awesome dancer. Maybe not an awesome dancer. I just want to learn how to dance. So I'm sitting there trying to really feel my body and, proprioception, feel my place in space, try to pay attention. But before I know it, the warm-ups are over, and I suddenly find myself holding hands with this random girl standing inches apart from her, eyes locked, and you just start dancing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Parker, calm down. You gotta lock in. This girl's cute, but I'm here to learn to dance. And I messed up quite a bit. In salsa dancing, what I was doing, or tango dancing, wait, did I say salsa or tango dancing? Wait, is that the same thing? Uh-oh, wait, I actually don't know. Salsa tango dancing. In salsa tango dancing, you have a follower and a leader of the dance. And I was the leader of the dance. But I had never danced before. So I did not feel like I should be a leader, but it's just like kind of the typical, like, I don't know. What I'm getting at is I'm messing up a bunch because I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I'm having a blast, I'm laughing with my dancing partner. We're high-fiving when we got things right. I'm apologizing when I mess up, but you know what? You just start again and you keep dancing. And by the end of it, I wasn't great, but you know what? I was doing stuff, okay? I was getting some 8-step little rotations in, and it was just this cool little community that I step my foot into. Dude, I just can't even speak. It was just this cool little community in this local place that I had driven past 1,000 times. There's just this like hole in the wall. Yeah, we're doing dance classes here. And it felt so cool to like do it. I feel as though I'm immersing myself in my own culture, if that makes sense. So I just got back from my second salsa dance class. I got my hip hop dance class tomorrow, which I guess is probably when this commentary video comes out. That's usually how I post them. But this one, I was the only person in the dance class. So I sort of got like a private lesson. And it's a little tough trying to understand the teacher sometimes because she doesn't speak the greatest English. But it feels so legit, man. She's just good at dancing. And I'm just trying to pick up on all the things that she's saying. And I think I started understanding some things towards the end, paying attention to like my partner and what they're doing and being like more assertive in my movements so that like the follower can, tell what's going on, because that's the important part of being the leader of the dancer. So we will see how long I stick with it. I just sort of had an epiphany in the past couple of months where every single time I go to a wedding and I dance, I just feel so much better. The first couple of dances that you go to and dance, it's so awkward because you're like, what the heck am I doing? Is this weird? I've never done this before. I don't know how to dance. But then you just kind of do stuff. And I think I've gotten over that fear of at weddings dancing. Dude, the last wedding that I was at, I was I got compliments about my dancing. I was going crazy. So it's been a long time coming to feel comfortable at wedding dances, but now I have moved on to tango dancing and hip hop dancing, which equally felt so like uncomfortable and out there. But at the end of the day, like I think just moving your body is so important, especially in this day and age when everybody's like sitting down watching their phones, not sleeping well. Bro, get outside and move. Go on a walk. Go to a dance class. It feels good. So that is my rant about dancing as somebody who had never taken a dance class before and took their freaking first dance class. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself. And it builds confidence in yourself too, so that's good. But yeah, the speedrun's over, so I will talk to you later. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and peace out.